Think twice before you speak. What you know about me? You don't know about me? What you know about me? I'll keep it real, so everybody chill. My music is like temperature, real easy to feel. I'm working harder than slaves that used to be in the field, and sweating harder than fatties who using a treadmill. I'm clever at being honest, my grammar is so ebonics.
What's going on YouTube? It's your man BlackSage21, and it's Tuesday, so you already know we're getting right into my questions and answers series. And I love this series because I feel like we're definitely hitting some topics you guys are interested in, and I'm getting right to the core of some of your issues. Now, a lot of you guys have asked me about this MP7, and I did one video on the MP7 before, but let's touch on it again. Why not? It's an excellent weapon. Alright, so I've got it silenced with the melee proficiency, and also I'm running sleight of hand, dead silence, hardline. I've got claymores, portable radar, For my strike package, I'm using the assault. I've got UAV, predator, and chopper. Alright, so I want to talk about not giving up. Alright, right now I'm in a room with a guy. His name is Street Bike Mitch. You guys are going to see him a little bit later, but basically he's kind of a beast, all right? He came in, and I'm not used to losing. I'm really not. I win most of the matches, usually with ease, and he beats me the first match. And then he starts putting on his, as his clan tag, his little scoreboard, 1-0. So then I beat him the next match because he kind of pissed me off. And then I send him a message. I'm like 1-1. And then he beats me like 3 times in a row. So now he's 4-1, and I'm getting extremely frustrated, which is not like me. And he's throwing me completely off my game. And I'm like, wow, why is this guy beating me? Is he really that much better than me? Then I realized he was drop shotting, which I'm not going to take anything away from him because he drop shots, because he's still an excellent player. But I will say that drop shotting seems to give you somewhat of an advantage, and I personally feel like it's kind of a cheap technique. So anyway, I end up getting frustrated, and I start playing his game. I'm rushing to him, and I'm dying, and I'm not getting kills, and he's really just tearing me up. So I had to take a step back, and as you'll see here, boom, I get drop shotted on by Mitch. Let's watch Mitch for a little while. As you can see right now, he's 9-7, so I'm down by 2. All right, and he's drop shotting on everybody. He's what I like to call an expert drop shotter, and I gotta say, guys, as far as drop shotting goes, what it does is it moves your frames in such a way that your hitbox is not where it's supposed to be, and so you're basically harder to kill. Not to mention you're dropping to the ground extremely fast, which throws a lot of people off. Alright, so that's what he does. That's what he's good at. He's a good player, but I had to figure out how can I beat him. Now I noticed he was using the chopper, which I don't normally run the chopper, but the chopper was getting him a lot of kills that I couldn't compensate for. So I had to manipulate my class a little bit, and I started playing with the chopper, and I started pushing through some extra kills. And right here you see me knife Mitch, and back to action on Sage's side. So anyway, I didn't give up. That's basically what it comes down to, is I didn't give up. I continued playing with him. Steel sharpens steel, iron sharpens iron, and playing with him actually made me a better player. And of course, in the end, I started coming back on him. I think he ends up leaving this match because he was frustrated or whatever it was. But this would have put me 1 below him, and I almost guarantee I would have tied up with him the next game. So it was a lot of fun. It was frustrating at first, but I pushed through it, and in the end I learned and I grew from it. So you guys, make sure you're doing that. Don't just quit a game just because you're losing or just because someone's better than you, because they can actually help you become better. Alright, so that's that. Now, I'm playing with this portable radar, and the portable radar is an excellent, piece of equipment. What you want to make sure you do is don't put the portable radar in a building and then just sit in that building. You want to put it off to the side so it kind of covers a particular area that you can't necessarily see, and then you take a different area, and it's almost like you got a teammate calling out enemies. Alright, so every time an enemy's within that radar, it's going to beep, and then that'll alert you of where they are, and you can run back over and kill them, and it just kind of helps you patrol a larger area more efficiently. Don't be too confident in it, because if someone is wearing assassin, I believe it is, you won't show up on that equipment. So you always got to be using your other senses, which is your hearing and your seeing. So don't just depend on that radar, but it definitely helps out a lot. Alright, so this week, as you guys know, I do my sub box winners on Tuesdays. And this week is a special week because I have 2 sub box winners. Alright, so you want to say, Sage, why you got 2 sub box winners this week? Well, I have 2 guys that have been so extremely active that I could not bear to let any one of them wait any longer than this week to be in my sub box. And so basically what's going to happen is I'll put them both in my sub box, and then next week I won't do a sub box winner. Sorry guys, but I mean this is how I reward you guys for pretty much being active. I mean, this is what I do. So TB7EFE, you are going to be in my sub box along with Double T681, and I will be putting your links up here in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Let's see what I go. It is 30-2. Holla at your boy Sage.